What's up, everybody? Rex is World, and we are back on the Lego DreamWorks subject. So, Episode 2, Shrek 2. So, apparently, like I said before, it's like some big ass cutscene in a way, because you basically do not do much and till it reaches up to far, far away. So, your first level is actually a boss battle, and that is against Puss in Boots. But after that, you actually play as him in the second level, which is the factory. So in that level, the you must use both Shrek and to Donkey. Well, Donkey's supposed to keep eye, but you don't play as him. So Shrek and Puss, they must build something to help Puss get to the build ledges so that Puss can grab onto, because since as a cat he can jump high. And then you have to escape the factory, perform some action sequences like press a specific button at a slowed effect time, like slowed seconds within the frame of a video game, and be able to activate specific parts in the movie, like grabbing onto that spinning thing and then to actually press B and grab, or press B or circle for PS4 users to grab the bottle of happily ever after. You also have to climb to find the happily ever after too. And when it comes to the third level, you basically travel through far, far away. But apparently, while you also have to make a few snapshots. But then you also have to deal with some obstacles, like there's rummage, like some car wreck or wagon wreck, and you basically have to do so. And in this case, you play as Puss in Boots again, but you play as a new versions. Oh yeah, speaking of which, once you battle Puss and have him alongside and help and use him to get that happily ever after potion, you unlock him. So when it comes to say the third level, you unlock human Shrek and horse donkey or stallion donkey. And to do that, you have to. I mean, donkey can jump more higher, and run more faster. Oh, and donkey can build. Just to let you know, he can build, even though he doesn't have the fingers. Oh, big Legos can figures can also build, because it needs to be fair. I mean, Shrek needs to do some building in a way. I mean, he built his swamp. He should do that. Oh yeah, speaking of which, Fiona's not gonna be a minifigure. No, 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 not Fiona Ogre. She too would be a big Lego figure. Her human form, along with Shrek, are minifigures. I guess Donkey is some sort of minifigure, although he looks a little bit big too. But no, we can't have all big figures. Speaking of which, Dragon's a big Lego figure, and Puss is a minifigure. After the third level, you then go to a new stage, and that stage you have to like you have to like run away from Po, the medieval Popo, you when you figured out that the king's in favor of the fairy godmother, is listening to what the fairy godmother is saying, telling him to do. So what would happen when the fourth level hits? Well, this time you can unlock the characters that were not available to play as in free that were unlocked in the first level. First movie. They are Gingy, Pinocchio, each of the three German pig, so that's like one, two, three. Then you get the sixth one, wolf. I'm trying to remember who else is there. It's obvious you can't play as the three blind mice, but it probably would be fun. But would it be easy to even play? I mean, technically, you can't really play blind people. I mean, that would be disrespectful, wouldn't it be? I mean, then again, Daredevil's sort of partially blind. But anywho, yeah, those are the characters you can unlock. And of course, unlike there are the minifigures, but they're the tiny minifigures. So Puss, along with Puss, Gingy can go. You know what? Why not? The three blind mice are easy to play as. So that's although they look the same, they should really make it so that it's easy to tell them apart. So 9 characters involved because in this level, the fourth level, you have to this time you get to actually discover cutscenes that are said to that are said between the people between the fairy tale creatures who come and save Shrek and Donkey. I mean, they've made it to the far, far away, but they have to do some sneaking, attack some guards, probably use all of them. Like Wolf can cut, but he can also blow. The pigs. Oh wait a minute! Even the pigs can climb through those little small access holes because they are just like Gingy, the three blind mice. No, wait a second. I don't remember the three blind mice. No, wait, the three blind mice were there in support, I guess, since they didn't do much. Pinocchio is wooden, so yeah, he probably takes more damage from the fire. So don't get him into the fire. He can probably cross waters. He can actually use his nose to help do something, such as pick locks. As for Gingy, he can also pick locks, but also fight too. I mean, with that candy cane of his. I mean, you gotta have that candy cane for Shrek Super Slam. Which, of course, actually, when you find after traveling through and then rescuing Shrek, Donkey, and Puss, you unlock another stage. The second stage is that you must fight with. I mean, actually, you must go all the way there. Like Shrek and Gingy are on this giant gingerbread man. Oh wait, actually, yeah, that's another thing. You gotta collect ingredients to make the giant gingerbread man, and then you get to play as him in a third stage of the level, of the fourth level, and that basically wait a second. No. That's not right. So the fourth level, no, the fifth level, no part of it. You have to pick. You have to find some ingredients to make it, like milk and flour and whatever, like gingerbread. And you have to. Then you must actually play Mongo as you traverse through the streets. The second player can be Donkey and Puss as they travel through. I mean, then again, you can just switch between Mongo and Donkey and Puss. Or it's really just Donkey. Sort of like a little mini game in a way. In a way. I mean, you still get to attack with Mongo. I mean, especially when it comes to that castle. You're trying to open that thing. So, the third stage actually leads up into a final battle where you play as Prom Fiona, I guess? Like, like white dress Fiona. Human Shrek, you get to play as again. Play as Donkey. Oh, you even get to play as all of the people who have tried their best who freed Shrek and Donkey and Puss, not to mention players Puss, but you also play as someone new. You also play as Harold, human Harold. Well, I don't even really see Lillian coming in until like the third movie, and I guess when you do, well, actually, if you unlock Harold, you can unlock his frog form too at the end. And you unlock a new set of characters again. You unlock the Drunkies, or just one Drunkie. I don't know. There's like so many of them. I mean, then again, they have different names. I mean, it's been revealed in the third movie. And anywho, we will continue to talk. Actually, no. Let's try again. We're going to try to get Shrek 3 in as much as possible before it cuts out forcefully. So in Shrek 3, not much per se. Literally nothing. It's just like you just go to Worcestershire after like the whole stuff and stuff. I mean, you wouldn't really be playing the villains. You always play as the good guys. It's pretty obvious. In the stories, it's always the good guys, just not the bad guys, unless they want to help and be reformed. So when it comes to, it's Worcestershire. You're trying to find King Arthur, find Fiona's long lost cousin, Arthur Pendragon, also known as Artie. You believe it's Lancelot, but it's really, you thought the big handsome dude is really him, but it's just Lancelot, who we have not seen in future movies, and heck, we haven't even seen Arthur return. Dang, are they like killing off characters? I mean, you get to see Artie in the video game at the end, but anywho, let's see. What would happen with the second level? It's pretty obvious. The second level is where you have to chase some crazy wizard and then convince him to help. And after doing some little ingredients and stuff, trying to figure out some stuff. Oh, actually, it leads up to a new. That set is actually the second level. Actually, the second stage of that level, you play as both Shrek, Donkey, Puss, and King Arthur alongside Merlin. Yeah, you even play as that old crazy coot. At least Arthur can wield a sword and a shield like Shrek, the third video game. And Merlin can use spells while they're fighting off Captain Hook, trees, and some other pirates. Barbaria, you have to play as Shrek first along with Merlin. Then whole stuff gets crazy. Like, for one instance, then you gotta go to the third level, which is, of course, where you return to far, far away. But this time, Donkey and Puss are completely different. So, how are we going to figure them out? Let's see. Donkey would probably have, to represent Puss in Boots, Donkey would probably have to have a little change in design. Like, he doesn't have to look like Donkey, but he needs to have, like, stripes like a cat. Like tiger stripes to represent Puss in Boots. And as for Puss in Boots, which of course Donkey's soul and brain are now in Puss's body, there needs to at least be a little change, like turning the stripes from dark brown to black to represent the main color of Donkey. The haired mane of Donkey, I mean. And I guess at the end of the tale you get, that makes sense a little. Oh, and of course, after the second level, you basically unlock Arthur, and no, Arthur was Oh yeah, that's right. You don't really play as Arthur. You just play as him until it's. So yeah, you both Arthur and Merlin are unlocked there. I mean, you got free them all, so you can do so. Then you got free the other three, and then you'll be able to have enough chance to fight and continue on the battle. And then you have unlocked Artie and Merlin, and then you traverse through the streets of far, far away, and try and basically fight your way through to figure out where, or just sneak away like some sort of sneaking level, and find Prince Charming, only to be captured by him, which leads up to the fourth level. Oh wait, the third level you unlock Donkey and Boots, and I'm not saying that word. No, Pusky. I'm gonna say Pusky. No, or PK. I mean, that if I didn't call him that one, that would be the bad word to say. So no. So I guess it would be Puss in the Hooves. Yeah, I'm gonna say Puss in the Hooves. And of course, you continue playing as Puss in the Hooves and Donkey and Boots. But in the fourth level, you actually have to use those two to. Oh, but you also get to play as a few princesses too. Like you get to play as Sleeping Beauty. You get to play it. You bring another look for Fiona. I mean, like not white or just green. And there's also the the white dress from the. Well, technically you unlock both of them in the final level of the first movie, and then you unlock the blue dress within Shrek the Third, and of course. Oh dang! Completely forgot how Dragon's involved. You should play Dragon again. Damn, I forgot about the level where you had to literally try to defend. Well, yeah, no. I forgot the princess and dragon and stuff, but you don't really play as dragon, so she gets captured. I mean, she knocks a few away, few witches away, but she gets captured nonetheless. So, back to the talk. Fourth level, you basically play as two groups. In one stage, you play as Fiona along with Ugly Stepsister 1. Wait, you actually get to play as Fiona in her royal dress. You get to play as Queen Lillian of Far Far Away. You get to play as, or just Queen Lillian. Yeah, you get to play as the Ugly Stepsister, play as Cinderella, Snow White, and Sleeping Beauty. No, wait. You play as Fiona, Ugly Stepsister, Snow White, fourth Cinderella, fifth Sleeping Beauty, and sixth Queen Lillian. Sorry, I'm not very good with with S sounds with a XTH pronunciation. So no. So obviously, you get only one big Lego figure, and that is obviously Fiona at that part. And of course, when it comes to cracks, oh yeah, believe me, Lillian has some strength, at least a little bit, but sort of like a meter burn. Like you can't, like you, she's sort of, well, she has a few charges. Like she can literally hit two walls with her head. Dang, it's a powerful headbutt. Snow White could call upon animals to distract or use to help. Or Cinderella can throw her boomerang. And Sleeping Beauty can cause enemies to sleep, just like the Shrek the Third game. Ugly Stepsister, she's basically a brawler in a way. Can try to use her charms, and then attack them to distract enemies as well. So, when it comes to okay, that's stage one done. Like you try to find ways to get back into the castle, but you also need back an army. So in this case, that comes to stage two with Puss in Hooves and Donkey and Boots. So you basically have to. It's basically the same moves. Like Donkey can use his chompers to cut some stuff, or use his back hooves to smash through. Oh yeah, he can do that. Puss can be able to use money to help with paying for stuff that actually activates more easy things like puzzles in a way, so that way you can progress through the level. And you have, I don't know how you find Wolf, but you at least get to have to save Pinocchio, save Gingy. I mean, it's obvious Donkey would not be very difficult, but that's just use Puss in Boots' hoof. New hoof, I mean. The Three Little Pigs, and then shortly after you actually finish that level, after you discovered that RT comes back, and you have to, and then both Donkey and Shrek, who knew Shrek very so much, even though Donkey knew Shrek longer than Puss, since Puss came in the second movie. But nonetheless, they knew Shrek long enough to know that he did he said those things to save Artie's life. And then we get to the fifth level, which involves freeing Shrek. As with both Arthur, both Donkey in Boots and Puss in Hooves, or Princess Fiona. Have to defeat a few tree characters. Oh yeah, those evil trees are big Lego figures, so you're going to use Fiona to probably take out those. But Pinocchio is playable too, and as such, I was thinking that Pinocchio is a boxer, of course, just like Shrek's Super Slam. I mean, think about it. Movies makes sense to involve past games into this game, like past game mechanics into this game. Oh yeah, Puss in Boots can use his charms to distract enemies too. Of course, not Puss and Donkey. Or Puss in Hooves, I mean. Okay, so after being King Charming, you finish the game and you live happily ever after, especially with the three new kids that Fiona gave birth to. But we should also, I think that'll be all for now. In fact, there are other movies that need to be said too, but we'll do those in the next bit. Bye!